Hi. So today I'm a little early. Yeah. I, yeah. So the mic is also working. Yeah. So today we are going to cover linear functions word problems. Yesterday we covered linear equations in one variable word problems. So we are focusing on word problems for the heart of algebra domain, that is algebra 1. So like I told you before, there is linear equation, linear function, linear equation in two variables, system of linear equations, and linear inequalities. So today I will see how much time it takes. If I think we can also go through linear equation in two variables, we'll go. But first we'll cover linear functions and we'll do word problems. So there are total 87 problems. Out of those 42 I think are word problems. So half of them are word problems. Like if I want, I can say that. Okay. Yeah, so this also I have already classified which ones are easier ones, which one are medium ones, and which one are hard ones. So without further delay, we'll start with the easier problems. Yeah. Okay, this is looking weird. Just give me a second. I will also move my laptop. Yes, because I have moved on this side and this should be, this looks fine. Yeah. Okay, so that is it. We can start now. The first question that we're going to do is the first one because that's the easy one and it's a word problem. So in this particular section, we'll be using Desmos a lot, like a lot. Okay. So I'll also tell you like how you can solve it normally and how you can solve it using Desmos. So the total cost to lease a car for 36 months from a particular car is given by f of x is equal to 36x plus 1000. X is the monthly payment. What is the total cost to lease a car when the monthly payment is 400? So total cost f of x, 36 months, that's the time. X is the monthly payment in dollars. They want to know what is total cost. Monthly payment is 400. Total cost is your f of x, so they want to know what is f of x. Monthly payment, the value of x is monthly payment, so x is 400. So this is going to be 36 times 400 plus 1000. The answer is going to be $15,400. You can also do this calculation in Desmos. Okay, just give me a second. Yeah. I just have to bring Desmos and this particular thing together. Because I have like multiple tabs, so I keep everything open. That's a problem with me. So now it's done because it's more convenient. You know, you can go to Desmos and you can write 36 times 400 plus 1000. 15,400, you're directly getting the value. Even if you do y is equal to, you'll directly get the value. Even if you write f of x, then you will get a horizontal line. All right. So that's the first question, and give me a second. I'll be right back. So I just close the door so there are no noises. Yeah. 36,000 4 times 400 plus 1,000. So that's question number 1. Answer is this one. The next easy problem is question number 6. So the front of a roller coaster car is at the bottom of a hill and is 15 feet above the ground. Okay. If the front of the roller coaster car rises at a constant rate of 8 feet per second, and initially it is 15 feet above the ground, which of the following equations gives the height of the front of roller coaster s seconds after it starts up the hill? So in this particular question, 15 is your y-intercept, that is the value of b. 8 feet per second, that's your slope, because whenever you're saying per, that means it is in constant rate. Rate also means slope. And how do we know it's a linear function? Because they're saying it's a constant rate. Because in a linear function, you have the constant rate. So linear function is y is equal to mx plus b. Y is your height. M is your 8. X is your number of seconds plus 15. So h is equal to 8s plus 15 is our answer. Because you have to write height in terms of seconds. Okay? Yeah. Next is question number 9. Which of the following is the best interpretation of 16 in this context? D is equal to 16t. D is distance in inches. T is number of seconds. So 16 is your slope because it is multiplied with t. So slope you have, because your slope is always y over x. It's going to be inches per seconds. Because it is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, so it's basically y over x, inches per second. So you have to look for unit inches per second. So these two options are cancelled. Here you have, and the number is 16, so it has to be 16. And it's a rate. Slope, rate, they are the same thing. So object is moving at a rate of 16 inches per second. So if they've given you a rate, then it is, and the value is 16. So 1 over 16 is also cancelled. Got it? So those are the interpretation problems. Next easy question is question number 13. Number y is 84 less than the number x. So y is less than means subtraction, but it's reverse subtraction. So 84 goes here, x goes here. So y is equal to x minus 84. This is my answer. So less than, reverse subtraction means what? Whenever I say 7 less than 5, so it is 5 minus 7. Okay? Because it's subtracting 7 from 5. So here you're subtracting 84 from x. So you had x and now you're taking out 84. So that's the meaning of less than. So it's always reverse subtraction. Next is question number 18. That's in page number 18. This is not a word problem. Okay, yeah, this is an interpretation problem. So, yeah. According to graph, what is the cost for each additional mile traveled in dollars of a cab ride? So, you have each additional mile traveled. They're talking about slope. Okay. So, you just have to find the slope 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going 2 up, 1 to the right, it is $2. Alright, so for 1 mile, the slope is $2. Like for each additional mile, for if you're increasing the mile by 1, the cost is increasing by $2. So pretty simple question. Next is question number 25. According to the graph, what is the estimated number of candy bars when the machine wraps with a label per second? So again, label per second is your slope. So at 2, you see it is 80. Because to find slope, we need two numbers, right? And this is 0, 0. And also this is a proportional graph, so this is just y over x. Because you can see the y-intercept is 0, so it's just going to be y is equal to mx. So slope is just y over x. Y value is 80. X value is 2. So 40 is the answer. Got it? Because b is 0, that is why we are using this. So no need to do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. It is simply y over x because these are your proportional relationships. Next one is question number 29. So Sean rents a tent at a cost of $11 per day. So per day means this is your slope plus a one-time insurance fee of $10. This is your y-intercept, which equation represents the total cost C in dollars to rent the insurance for D days. It's going to be C is equal to 11D plus 10. Because for 1 day it's $11, so for D days it will be 11 times D, and there's plus $10, so 11D plus 10. This is your M, this is your B. 32 is the next one. Okay, bus is traveling at a constant speed. So whenever they say constant speed, that means it is linear. Constant rate. So they're talking about linear equation. D equals 30t gives the distance d in feet from a road marker that the bus will be t seconds after passing the marker. How many feet from the marker will the bus be? 2 seconds after passing the marker. How many feet? So t is 2. D is going to be 30 times 2. 60 feet, so 60 is your answer. Next is 37. For a training program, Juan rides his bike at an average of 5.7 minutes per mile. Again, average rate is also your slope. So this number is your M. Which function, so I will not write M here, I will, yeah, write A, yeah. Which function M models the number of minutes It will take 1 to ride x miles at this rate. Minutes per mile. So minutes is your m of x. So it's going to be m of x is equal to 5.7 times x. Because nothing is given about the y-intercept. Also because you're riding your bike, so when there was 0 minutes, there will be 0 miles. Or when you have not gone any miles, that means you have not taken any time. All right? So this is m is equal to ax, and the value of a is 5.7. Next is question number 46. So Marisol drove 3 hours from city A to city B. Equation is d equals 45t. What does 45 represents? So this is your slope. So we're talking about slope, or this is average rate. Miles, no. We're looking for 45 miles per hour. This is our correct answer. Because slope is going to be d is miles, t is hours. So 45 is d over t, that is miles per hour. So you just see miles per hour, that is your answer. Everything else, 45 hours is gone, 45 miles is gone, 45 trips is gone. All right? And also average speed. So in distance time problems, slope is your speed also. So you can also look for speed. Next one is 52. Okay. 40 plus 3t is the equation. What is the speed they're asking now? What they're asking what is the speed in miles per hour of the car 5 seconds after it began to accelerate. S is your miles per hour and t is seconds. So t is given as 5. You have to find s. 40 plus 3 times 5, 40 plus 15, it is going to be 55. So the speed is 55 miles per hour. This is not a distance time problem, so speed is not the slope. Speed is here, in fact, your y, the output. Next one is 53. So I just, the question is directly given to you. I will just read the last line because that's where they'll ask the question. So if Brittany's total take home pay was 1576, for how many hours was Brittany paid for her first week of work? Now I just need to know what is T and what is H. T is your take home pay and H is the number of hours. Okay, so take home pay is given. So T is given as 1576. You have to find what will be H because how many hours? So it will be 1576 equals 1000 plus 18H. So in Desmos, you write 1576 equals 1000 plus 18x. You will get your answer. Equals 1000 plus 18x. If you don't see the value, zoom out. It's 32, so it will take 32 hours. Next one is question number 61. Yeah, I'll just have water and then we'll do this question. So minimum hourly wage was $9.25. Okay, they want to know which function. X years after January 1, 2015. X is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now on January 1, 2015, city's minimum hourly wage best models the minimum hourly wage. So this is going to be your f of x. F of x is minimum hourly wage. X they've given is number of years. It was $9.25 and you are counting after January 1, 2015. So this is your B, the y-intercept. It will increase by $0.50 on the first day of the year. So increase by means again you're talking about slope. So this is the value of m. Now it's pretty simple. Y is equal to mx plus b or f of x equals mx plus b. M is 0.5. So it will be 0.50x plus b is 9.25. This is our answer. Okay, because the starting point where they're starting observing the function, that is January 1, 2015. So that's your beginning. So at beginning, the y value is given as 9.25. So that's your y-intercept. And it is increasing by 0.50 for on the first day of the year for the next 5 years. So it increases by also or decreases by also means you're talking about the slope. Because they're increasing 0.50 every year. Okay. So this is the answer. Next is 62. The length of a white whale was 162 centimeters when it was born and increased an average rate of 4.8 centimeter per month for the first 12 months after it was born. Okay, I'll have to put on the charge, huh? Yeah. Okay, I like to read the question first because I'm lazy and that's the correct approach. Always read the question first, so always go to the last line. Which equation they want the equation? X is the number of months, okay, after whale was born and y is the length. Okay. So for equation, we need the y-intercept and the slope. So length was 162 centimeters when it was born. So we are saying after the whale was born, so this is your y-intercept. So B I'm using for y-intercept, M I'm using for slope. Okay, in most of the questions. And it increased an average of 4.8 centimeter per month. So per month average, that means this is your slope. Increased average per month. So you have got your equation. For the first 12 months after it is born, we don't require this information. So this is not going to be helpful. So now y is equal to mx plus b. Y is 4.8x plus 162. This is our answer. Next is 68. So Hannah deposited a fixed amount into her bank account each month. Now they want to know. Now I always go to the question, that is, what is the best interpretation of 25? This is the equation given to us. 25 is the slope. So you're looking for rate or increase by something like that. You have each increased by, this makes sense. Amount in her bank account $25, no. After one monthly deposit, amount in Hannah's bank account, no. Because amount in Hannah's bank account is f of t. This is the amount. Made 25 monthly deposits. T is your monthly deposits. So this option is also gone. With each monthly deposit, amount in Hannah's bank increased by $25. That is the correct one. So the meaning of slope is this only. This is your slope. That when you increase your x value by 1, how much your y value is increasing or decreasing by. That's the meaning of slope. So with each monthly deposit, if you're increasing the month by 1, your amount is increasing by $25 because you have 25 times t. So if you're increasing t by 1, amount is increasing by 25. Next one is last three questions remaining, 78. So Robert rented a truck. Again, I will start with a question. What was the total amount Robert was charged? Okay. Truck was driven 38 miles. Okay. Now he was charged an initial fee of $20 plus an additional $0.70 per mile driven. So this is your B. This is your M because per mile. 38 miles per mile. So this is your X value. And you have to find Y. So y is equal to mx plus b, because this first thing could be anything. It doesn't really matter what it is. So m is 0.7, x is 38, b is 20. You can just go to Desmos and get this value. 0.7 times 38 plus 20, yeah, 46.6. So initial, beginning, on this particular day, all these means y-intercept. Last two questions remaining, 81 is the next one. So yeah, the population of snow leopards can be modeled. What is the best interpretation of the equation? P of 30 is 550. So this is your input, like the x value, this is your output, the y value. So this is your t, this is your P of t. In other words, if I have to say. So what is t? T is the year. So 30 years after 1990. And P is population. So population is 550. So 1990 plus 30 is going to be 2020. Next is 550. This is our correct option because the numbers that we are looking for is 550 and 2020. And population is 550 in the year 2020. That's correct. Got it? Next is 86. f of x is 7x plus 1. What is the total number of people on a company retreat with 7 managers? X is your managers, function gives total number of people. So f of x is your total number of people. So you do not know what is y. Your x is 7. So y is equal to 7 times 7 plus 1. So total number of people are going to be 50. Got it? So yeah, that is it. We are done with the easy problems. So you just have to remember in linear functions, there's slope and there is y-intercept. Okay? And there's input, there is output. So y is a function of x. That means y depends on x. Persons wala. Subhan Hamid, we will do persons soon. बस ये word problems खत्म कर लेते हैं, then we'll do percentages. Or I will try if I can make the next video on percentages. Okay? Yeah. So I will take a little break before starting with medium problems. So I was saying linear functions, there are only two things, y-intercept and slope. And there is input and there is an output. So y is a function of x. That means x you can change as you want. Y is dependent on x. So x is your input, y is your output. So when you write f of x, x is the input, f of x, the entire thing is your output. Okay? So I will just take a break and I will give you the first medium problem. That you can try. There are 14 medium problems here. First one is question number 7. I will also write the question number. Give it a try. Now you can see, give it a try. I'll be right back. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm back. I hope you try this question, but we'll do it anyways. If someone has solved it, they can tell the answer as well in the chat. Again, I want to go to the last line because I first want to know what they're asking. So according to the model, what would be the head width? So they want to know head width. In millimeters of a worker bumblebee that has a body weight of 0.5 grams. And now I start reading. So according to our model, head width can be estimated. So head width is your y. By adding 0.6 to 4 times the body weight of the bee. So body weight is your x. Equation is y equals, you're adding 0.6 to 4 times. So 0.6 plus 4x. Okay, because 4 times means multiplication, body weight is x, 4 is 4. Adding, that means you're adding 0.6 and 4x. X value is 0.5, so 0.6 plus 4 times 0.5. This is an easy calculation, 0.6 plus 2, 2.6 is the y value in millimeters, so your answer is 2.6. Okay? Next is question number 15. Again, there is a model, but okay, what is the value of A? A is your y-intercept, so they want to know the y-intercept. All right. B is your slope. So a model predicts that a certain animal weighed 247 pounds when it was born. And the animal gained 3 pounds per day in its first year of life. So B is your slope. So this is the value of B, this is the value of A. You don't have to do anything. The value of A is 241. Because when it was born, that means this is your y-intercept. I'll be using y-int for y-intercept. So my answer is 241. Because I've given you two values. One of them is your slope, one of them is your y-intercept. This is the slope, this is the, this is the y-intercept, this is the slope. And slope is going to be B because slope is always multiplied with x. That's it. Next is question number 19. Again, the last line, what is the best interpretation of x-intercept? So x-intercept is when y is equal to 0. So first, let's get the value of x-intercept. Y is equal to 120 minus 25x. So you'll have to find x-intercept because 120 is your y-intercept, 25 is your slope. 4.8. This is your x-intercept. Now you see where you're talking about 4.8. So these two options are gone. X-intercept is the x value, right? XR. So 4.8 should be Rs. 4.8 is the Rs. This is 4.8 cargo per hour. That is slope. So no. So this is your answer. So you look at the value and then you look at the unit. So it should be 4.8 hours because we're talking about the number of hours. Also, the other way to look at it is a team of workers has been moving cargo off of a ship. So, and Y is that remains to be moved. Number of tons of cargo that remains to be moved. So x-intercept means what? Y is equal to 0, right? That means what? Nothing is 0 is remain to be moved. That means you have moved everything. You and as mean the team of workers have moved everything. So through that also you can identify team started, no. Team has been moving, no. Team has been moving, no. Team will have moved, yes, because this particular thing means that y is equal to 0. So this is going to be my answer. You don't even need to look at the value. Just read the questions and you will know that y value has to be 0. So that means all the cargo has been moved. Okay, that's your method 2. And in method 1, you are looking at the x-intercept, finding it, and then getting your answer. I hope this is clear. Next is question number 23. What is the best interpretation of slope? So it should be each, right? Because slope means each should be there. So this could be video game costs. No. Video game costs. No. Each. So now you just need to find the value. So to get the slope, there are 2 points. You have this point, you have this point. There are multiple ways to do this. Now you can get the points. Your points are 0, 100 and 1, 125. See, you are increasing by 25 when you're increasing your x by 1 because you're going from 100 to 125. Okay? So this is the correct answer because you're going up 25, right 1. How do you know we are going up 25? Because for 2 units it's 50, so for 1 unit it is going to be 25. So if you're going 1 up, that means you're going 25 up. 1 unit up means $25 up. Okay? Next is, so what people, yeah, next is question number. Also, the other way to look at it is 100 is your y-intercept, but slope and y-intercept can be the same, so we cannot talk about it. Next is question number 26. Again, interpretation problem. What is the best interpretation of y-intercept? The equation is given. This is your y-intercept. So 30 should be the answer. These two are already gone. And y-intercept always talks about initial. So Caleb used juice to make popsicles, approximate the volume. So it's going to be volume. In fluid ounces of juice Caleb had remaining after making X popsicles. So she had 30 fluid ounces initially because remaining, that means it keeps subtracting after that. So Caleb had approximately 30 fluid ounces of juice when he began to make the popsicles. Used approximately 30 fluid ounces of juice for each popsicle. That's slope. So that's not y-intercept. So this is also gone. So each is also gone because each is talking about the slope. And then you just look at the numbers 5 and 30. 30 is your y-intercept. So option C. Got it? Next is question number 30. Okay, which of the following equations? So they want the equation. Find the boiling point of water in degree Fahrenheit x feet above sea level. Okay, so your y or b is your y, x is your feet, and y is your boiling point. That is degree Fahrenheit. Okay. X feet above sea level, that means y-intercept is going to be sea level. So boiling point of water at sea level, now I start from the top. Boiling point of water at sea level is 200 to 12 degree Fahrenheit. So this is my y-intercept. So it should be 212, 212. These two options are gone. For every 550 feet above sea level, boiling point of water is lowered by about 1 degree Fahrenheit. So we have to think about the slope. Like I told you, slope is about change in y, so delta y over delta x. Delta means change. Y is your boiling point. So it is lowered by 1 degree Fahrenheit. Lowered means it's -1. And you are going for every 550 feet above sea level. So you're changing the x value by 550. So your m value is -1 over 550. So this is your answer. Got it? Because for every 550 feet, it is changing by 1. For every 1 feet, it will change by 1 over 550. And it's negative because lowered means negative. Okay? So it's option D. I hope you get it. Ma'am, can you teach Cayley-Hamilton in linear operator? Not in today's life, but yes, I will also cover Cayley-Hamilton in like in the future. But yeah, thank you. Please keep telling me because whatever you ask me to make videos on, I keep making videos on that. So yes, I will teach you Cayley-Hamilton for sure. Voice of Harsha. Yeah. Okay. Now the next question is 43. So this is more like theory till now. You should just know the concepts. Okay, again, what they want to know what is the total cost to produce 1000 shirts. Okay, now what company's total cost CX. So this is Y, you have to find out what is Y to produce X shirts. So X is your 1000 given by the function above where M is a constant and X is greater than 0. The total cost to produce 100 shirts is $800. So when X is 100, Y is 800. So it's going to be 800 is equal to 100M plus 500. 800 minus 500 is 300. 300 divided by 100 is 3. Now I know my value of M is 3. Now I can come here. 3x plus 500. So this is 3 times 1000 plus 500. So the answer is 500. So it would take $3,500. I think it's a time to teach you the Desmos thing as well. This is your step 2. Plus go to create table and x1, y1 only 1 point is given. So you write 100, you write 800. Now in the second one, you're going to write y1. This is before 1 shift and you press the key before 1. Whatever they've given, you put everything, but just instead of c of x, you're writing y1. Instead of x, you will write x1. So this is mx1 plus 500. This is your equation. You will get the value of m. And now in the third one, you want to find out y when x is given as 1000. So you will type this, you will get your answer. So create table. The point is 100 and 800. So when x1 is 100, y1 is 800. Then you just write this mx1 plus 500 because the equation is directly given to you. The value of m is 3. And now you can write y is equal to 3 times 1000 plus 500. Answer is 3500 because the value of x is 1000. Got it? So this is how you can solve it using Desmos. This is known as regression. And we're doing linear regression. We're first finding the equation and then whatever you want to find, you can find it out. Okay? This you can do for almost all the questions where you have to, they're finding the value of a and b and some point is given. Next is 47. Okay, to the nearest whole number, what is the value of x? Okay. Linear model estimates population from 1991 to 2015. Model estimates population was 57,000 in 1991. So 1991 is going to be, okay, 224,000 in 2011 and next 1000 in 2015. So 3 points are given to you. You have to find the value of x. So you'll get the equation from the first 2 points because you need y is equal to mx plus b. So first we're going to create table. So you can write year here and you can write population in 1000. Because you also want x 1000, so you don't need to take 1000 over here in your values. So in 1991, this is 57. In 2011, it is 224. This is x1, this is y1. y1 m x1 plus b. You will get the values of m and b. This is using Desmos entirely. And the x value is 2015. So yeah, you will get confused because x 1000 is actually your y value. So write that. So then you have to write y is equal to 20 plus b. Got it? So here you can get confused because of this x. So just remember this is your output. So this is actually your y value. Or because we're talking about time, you can take, yeah. So this is using Desmos. Normally, so starting from 1991, in 1991 it is 57,000. So your B value is going to be 57. Okay. This is the second method when you're applying the concepts. Here it is just making table, getting the equation and getting the value of y. Because this is x 1000, so you have to get the value of the population. And now it's 224,000 in 2011. So 2011 minus 1991, it's going to be 20 years. So the value of x is 20 when y is 224. So slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So it's 224 minus 57 divided by 20. As you can see, like there are lots of extra steps, you don't need them. 8.35. So it's y is equal to 8.35x plus 57. And now again you calculate how much it is for 2015. So it's like really long. Don't do this. Use this method, we'll apply this method over here, okay? Because again you have to find out what is the value of x in 2015. It is going to be 2015 minus 1991. It's 24 years because 4 more years have been passed. And then you will get your answer. So it's just very long method. You don't need to do all of it. And it's just waste of time. Okay. This is the best method that I would recommend. So you write the 2 points. 1991 over here. And it is 57. I'm not writing 1000 because you want your answer in thousands. So if you get 27,000, you just have to write 27. I'm just saying that's not the answer. In 2011, it's 224. So now you just write y1 mx1 plus b. You've got the value of m, you've got the value of b. Now you just have to write y is equal to m. The value of x is now 2015 plus b. Y is 257.4. To the nearest whole number. So nearest whole number is 257. Okay, here also we'll try and you will get the exact same answer, but I won't recommend doing that. So you're doing 8 times 3.5. Sorry, 8.35 times 24 plus 57. You're getting 257.4. Okay? But my job is to explain everything, so I've explained using both the methods. Hi, Ajay. BTS. Oh, hi. Hi, Ria. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here today as well. This was question number 47. Next is 49. So for this, the linear regression method, Desmos, is the most effective method. Otherwise, it will be complicated and you will have to do so many calculations. Here, you don't have to do that much of calculations. Okay. Next is question number 49. Okay, the equation is given. What is the width of the rectangle? Okay. F represents the perimeter, okay, of a rectangle with a length of x and a fixed width. Got it. So perimeter of a rectangle, you know, is 2 times length plus width. So I can also write 2L plus 2W. Now length is x, so it is going to be 2x, and width is fixed. We do not know how much it is. So I will just write 2W. And perimeter is your f of x. F is the perimeter. So your perimeter is 2x plus 244. So you get 2x plus 244. 2x is the same, so you can cancel. That means 2w have to be 244. That means width have to be 122. So the answer is 122. Got it? Because 2x plus 244, x is the length, so 2x is your 2 times length. So this has to be 2 times width, 244. So 2 times width is 244, so width has to be 122. Got it? So that's how you solve this one. Next is question number 15. Again, I'd like to read the last line first. According to model, what is predicted volume in milliliters draining from container each second? Each second, that means they want to know what is the slope. This is your y-intercept, this is your slope. Answer is 4. Because whenever they're talking about each per, that means they're talking about slope. And you directly look at the equation of the function and you can directly see whatever is multiplied with your variable t is multiplied with 4, so 4 is your slope. So how much it is draining, and because it is draining, that is why it is negative 4. But here you just have to write 4 because negative sign is covered with draining. Okay? Now the next one is 65. Okay. But I also want to do this one. 57. Here also 2 points are given. You have to write the equation. So I just want you to understand the process one more time using Desmos. You just write the table 1, 155, 3 to 85, and you just have to get the values. So in table, you just type 1, 155, 3 to 85. And then you write y1, mx1 plus b. It should be 65x plus 90. So 65, whatever is your 65h plus 90, this is going to be the answer. So for this problem, Desmos is most helpful. That is it. It will give you how much is m, it will give you how much is b, and then you just write your equation. F of h is equal to mh plus b. Got it? Now we can move to question number 65. What they're asking, according to the model, about how many gallons of gasoline are used to drive each mile. Again, they're talking about each mile. They're talking about the slope. Again, you see the slope is 0.05. This is your answer. Because G is number of gallons of gasoline that remains from a full gas tank in a car after driving m miles. Again, it is negative because you are using it. So this used is taking care of negative. That is why we are not writing negative in the answer. It's 0.05. Okay. 66. Okay. What is the best interpretation of x coordinate of lines x-intercept? Okay. So now x-intercept is when y becomes 0. Speed y in feet per second. So that means your speed is 0. Speed of Sheila's bicycle in feet per second, no. And what is x? Yeah, that also we have to see. X is seconds. So x-intercept should be the number of seconds. So speed is gone, number of feet per second is gone, number of seconds. Yes, that makes sense. Number of feet. No. Because x-intercept means you don't even need to find the value of x-intercept for this particular question if you see. Because x-intercept means it has to be x. And the unit for x is seconds. And now you just look. X intercept is speed? No. Number of feet per second? No. Number of seconds? Yes, it could be number of feet? No. Number of seconds it took from the time Sheila began applying the brakes until the bicycle came to a complete stop. Complete stop means speed is 0, so this is correct. Okay? So you're finding the number of seconds when your speed becomes 0. So all the options are gone because x-intercept has to be in seconds. That is all about this problem. Hi Sandesh, no, no worries. I was late yesterday, you're late today. That's completely fine. Yeah. So we have done easy problems and now we are doing medium problems. In medium, we have covered lots of them. Yeah, only 2 medium problems are remaining, but you are in time for the hard problems. So after 66, next is 74. Again, I like to read what they're asking. I am very much interested in the question. So which of the following is closest to predicted number of larvae in the colony if one of these colonies has 58 worker ants? So we have to see what x is your worker ant. So this is the value of x. Scientists collected fallen acorns in, okay, the first sentence, it doesn't have any relation. It could be anything. Equation y is 0.67x plus 2.6. Y is your predicted number of larvae. So you have to find out y when x is your 58. You have the equation. Whatever I'm underlining, only that thing is important. Everything else is just garbage. You don't even need to read it for now. So always just focus on the numbers and the variables. And always start with what they're asking. They want to know why the x is 58. And now for this to get the answer, you just use Desmos. Zero 0.67 times 58 plus 2.6. 41.46. Closest. Closest is 41. Okay. Next one is question number 76. Okay, wish you were also late. No worries, Kamlesh. We have just finished the easy problems and medium problems, but hard problems are still going to be there. This is the last medium problem that we will be doing, so don't worry about it. Okay, this is the graph. It represents the total charge by an electrician for X hours of work. Electrician charges a one-time fee plus an hourly rate. What is the best interpretation of slope? Hourly rate is your slope because rate is your slope. Rate and slope is the same thing. Okay, one-time fee, that is your y-intercept. I will also write what other things mean. Maximum amount that the electrician charges, no, I don't know what is that. The total amount that the electrician charges, that's your y value. Okay, and that is one-time fee plus hourly rate times number of hours. So it's just hourly rate. Yeah, most of them are interpretation problems. So you just you should know the keywords. I'm trying to give as much as I can along with the questions. So yeah, like I'll take a little break again. I will be right back. And then we will do the hard problems. Let me see how many hard problems are there. Ah, there are only 10 hard problems. Okay. Yeah. The first one is question number 2. So till the time I'm back, you can try solving this particular question. And if you've got the answer, please let me know. So I'll just take a small break. I'm really sorry. I did not turn the mic on. Yeah. I got it, Sandesh. Yeah, so for writing in the screen, it's an external pen. So I will show it to you. Yeah, I'm really sorry. I just realized. I was on mute and I solved half of the question. So anyways, I will start from the beginning. So yeah, I'm back. And now what do I use? This is a digital pad. This is what I use and this is the pen. So it comes with a USB connector. So I connect this in the USB port. And then what happens? Your Microsoft Edge. It's a great tool. Like Google Chrome does not give this facility. So to use the pen, you have to use Paint or Zoom screen share or something like that, right? So, but in Microsoft Edge, you can write in PDFs. For example, I will show it to you. I have hidden it. So, yeah, I'm just going to open. Can you see this? So these are all so many tabs that are open over here. So this is your Microsoft Edge. So when you open any PDF in your Microsoft Edge, it gives you the option of draw. So it becomes so much easier for me. I can directly draw in the PDF. So I'm using this pen and the digital pad and Microsoft Edge because if I open my PDF in any other software, I don't have this facility. So I use Microsoft Edge for this one. So I just click on draw and I'm able to draw. And when I don't want to draw, I just close it and you won't see I can't draw now. So not just draw, you can highlight also. If you want to highlight, you can also do this. And this, so you can erase. Also, if you want to type, you can type also. So this is great for me. All right. So this is what I am using. So I will change it back now. Yeah. So now we are doing this question number 2. So I will read the question one more time because yeah, I was on mute. So which function f gives the total cost in dollars for x hours of repair where x is greater than or equal to 2? So you want to write the equation of the function. A window repair specialist charges $220 for the first 2 hours of repair. So it's like if your repair takes the 2 hours, it is going to charge $220. Even if it is going to take 1 hour, it is going to charge $220 because for first 2 hours, it is constant that it is $220. After that, if it takes more than 2 hours, then you have to pay extra. So you have to pay an hourly fee for each additional hour. The total cost for 5 hours of repair is $400. Okay. So now there are two methods like I told you. So $220 for the first 2 hours. So when x is equal to 2, your f of x should be 220. Check where you're getting that. Now you check each option. 60 times 2 plus 100. 120 plus 100 is 220. So this could be the answer. B is 60x plus 220. So this is going to be greater than 220. So this option is gone. Option C is 80 times 2. That is 160. So that is also not correct. And again, you cannot be adding 220. It's going to be 220. So there's only one option. In method 1 only, this is your method 1 only. Now we can check that x is equal to 5 as x is equal to 400. Okay. So that also you can do. Now again, you check option A. 60 times 5. I don't know what has happened. I was praising it so much and now it's behaving weird. Yeah. Plus 100. It should give me 400. 300 plus 100, it is 400. So option A. Because in option B, again, you can see 60 times 5 plus 220 is 300 plus 220. That's 520. That's not what we want. Option C is 80 times 5. That's 400. So it could be this one as well. And for option D, it is 80 times 5 plus 220. Doesn't make any sense because this is going to be 400 plus 220. So this option is also gone. So if you check with 5, you also have to check with 2. So checking with 2 is the best course right now. Okay, this is what we call the process of elimination. Check all answers for given x and y. F of x is 400. The second method is Desmos. Like I told you, we'll get the exact equation. So there we'll write the point. So whenever they're saying for first 2 hours, it is not your y-intercept, remember that. So your x1, y1, for 2 hours it is 220. For 5 hours it is 400. So you create a table, then you just do y1, mx1 plus b. You will get your answer. All remember 220 is not y-intercept because it is for first 2 hours. It is not just at 0. So now you do y1 is mx plus 1b, you will get the value of m and b. So this is the second method. Here you are not using any elimination, you are actually solving it. So you create a table. For the first 2 hours it is 220. For the first 5 hours it is 400. Then you just write y1 mx1 plus b. The value of m is 60, b is 100, so it should be 60x plus 100. You have got your answer. As you can see, method 2 is also fairly simple. So you can use whichever method you like. Process of elimination, I would suggest linear regression is a great tool, so you can use this. So these 2 steps will be using a lot. Whenever you've got points, you can just write y1 mx plus 1, make a table of the points and then just try this. y1 mx1 plus b, you will get your m and b values. And in some questions, there will be an additional step when x and y value will, x or y value will be given and they will ask you to find the other one. Okay. Next is question number 4. That's on page number 4. So based on the model, so here also you have to find out the model. What is the demand in units when the selling price is $55 per unit? Okay. So now an economist model the demand Q, so you have to find out Q. And you're modeling the demand Q, that means this is your Y. As a linear function of selling price P. Okay, so P is your X. And selling price is given $55 per unit. Now what is given? Now different values are given for demand and selling price, demand and selling price. So again, you make the table. So demand was 20,000 when the selling price was $40 per unit. So it's 40 comma 20,000. Demand was 15,000 when the selling price was $60 per unit. So it has to be 60 comma 15,000, not the other way around, because it's a linear function of price. So you've got your 2 points. Like I told you, there will just be 3 steps. Using these 2 points, you will get the value of m and b. And then you know the x, you can get your y. So first step is create table. Second step is y1 mx1 plus b. You will get the values of m and b. And now third step is you want to find your y. When x is 55, so m times 55 plus b. Got it? And in these three steps, you will get your y value. So let's go ahead in Desmos. So when it was 40, it was 20,000. I am not changing anything because everything is given over here. 60, 15,000. You have got your m and b values. Then you just write y is equal to m times 55 plus b. 16,250. Got it? So using this method in Desmos, finding any equation like modeling becomes so much easier. This is basically used for modeling only. 2 points are given to you. So based on those 2 points, you can find the equation. You can find your parameters, your slope and your y-intercept. And once you have your equation, you can use it further. All right. So next is question number 5. So here we will see. So now in modeling, what they can do, they can give you directly slope and y-intercept. Okay. Then it's so much easier to write the equation. Or they can give you y-intercept and 1 point. So using y-intercept and the other point, you can find your slope. Okay. And once you know your slope, y-intercept is already given, it is done. They can also do vice versa. They can give you slope and 1 point and you'll have to find the y-intercept. That also you can do. Okay. Or they will give you 2 points. And based on those 2 points, you will solve it. So now I also want to tell you, if you do not know this hack in Desmos, how difficult it will be. Method 1 is Desmos. Method 2 would be, first you can use point slope form as well. Slope is going to be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Then you will be doing 15,000 minus 20,000 divided by 60 minus 40. Negative 5,000 over 20, negative 250. And now you can do y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. This is the point slope form. So the modeling in Desmos eradicates the possibility of using point slope form. Otherwise, if you do not know this hack, you will be using this. You can take any point. For example, you can take y minus 20,000. You're taking 40 and 20,000. Equals negative 250 times x minus 40. And now you want to know the value when x is 55. So y minus 20,000 equals negative 250 times 55 minus 40. And from here, again, you'll have to go to Desmos for this particular step. But what I'm saying is, if you know how to do modeling using Desmos, then you don't have to do all of this. Got it? And this modeling, it's not only for linear functions. If you have seen my videos on exponential and quadratic functions, I'm also using this approach for quadratic and exponential functions. It can be used for any kind of function. You can model any function. I'm really sorry if you're hearing background noise because I'm living in Mumbai and tomorrow is Ganesh Chaturthi. So people are going mad. Let me see if I can close the windows. Yeah, I hope it's reduced now. But yeah, so modeling, Desmos makes modeling so much easier because otherwise it's a lot of work. Okay? So I would prefer method one because it is better. Yeah, thank you so much, Sandesh, for adjusting. I will also try to be a little louder. Next is question number 5. Again, I always read the last line first. Which of the following equations, again, they want to know the equation, gives cost y in dollars of renting the backhoe for x days. X is a positive integer and x is less than or equal to 10. Okay. The cost of renting a backhoe for up to 10 days is $270 for the first day. So when x is equal to 1, your y is 270. And $135 for each additional day. We're talking about each. So your slope is 135. Like I told you, there could be 4 or 5 different types of problem. They will directly give you slope and y-intercept. They'll give you slope and one more point. They'll give you y-intercept and one more point, or they'll give you 2 points. Okay? So slope they have directly given to you, so you can get rid of these two options. And now $270 is for the first day. So the point when x is equal to 1, y is 270. So definitely 270 is not y-intercept because y-intercept is when x is equal to 0. So this can't also be the option, so we are only left with this one. Also, yeah, there's process of elimination that also you can use for, no, you couldn't have used process of elimination here. Yeah. But here you can use process of elimination. Okay. So there's only one option with slope 135 and y-intercept not being 270, and you can check also at x is equal to 1, you should get 270. So A and B are already gone, and C 135 times 1 plus 270. It's going to be greater than 270, we want 270. So this option is gone. Y is equal to 135 times 1 plus 135. That is equal to 270. That's the only option remaining. So this is method 1, process of elimination. You can also check the point, or you can also use this particular concept that for the first day, that means value of x is 1. So 270 can't be y-intercept, so you cannot be adding 270. But if you want to use Desmos, in your table, you will be writing 1, 270. Then y1, and your slope is 135. So instead of m, you write 135 directly. So it will be 135 x1 plus b. You will get the value of b, and then you can just choose the option. Because your slope is given as 135, so you do not write mx1 plus b, you write the value of m. So there's only one point. Because you only need to find the y-intercept, that's only one. That is why only 1 point is given to you. And whenever it is each additional increases by for each x, this is always the slope. Sorry, it is 135. B value is also 135, so it has to be 135x plus 135. Okay? So you can use any of these two methods. Both are perfectly fine and easier also. Next is question number 20. So the only thing you should remember is each additional day, that means 135 is your slope. And $270 for the first day, so x is equal to 1, y is equal to 270. Now, question number 20. Yeah, same here. 2 points are given to you. 0, 3 is your y-intercept. So automatically these two options are gone. This is not question number 20, but I'm just doing this is question number 12. This is a medium problem. But I just want to show how you can. So 0, 3 is your y-intercept. Here you just need the slope. So you can apply the formula m is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. 31 minus 3 over 7 minus 0. 28 over 7, 4. Or you can use Desmos as well. Write the 2 points, just write y of 1 mx1 plus b, you will get your answers. This is question number 20. Yeah, this is an interesting problem. Most of the students get this one wrong. So I have been telling you what is the meaning of this slope. So the function, they want to know by how much did the temperature increase in degrees Fahrenheit. If temperature increased by 9.10 kelvins, by how much did the temperature increase in degrees Fahrenheit? And this, so they're just talking about increase in x, increase in f of x. So whenever they talking about increase in x, how much increase in y, that means they're only interested in the slope. So what is the meaning of slope? Slope means for each increase in x, y increases by the slope. Or it could decrease also. If slope is negative, that means it is decreasing. So in this particular question, for one increase in x, I'm saying delta x, when delta x is 1, because delta means change or increase, yeah. Delta y is going to be 9/5 because that is your slope. How do I know it is x and y? Because x kelvins. Increased by, that means they're talking about the change. And F gives the temperature in degrees Fahrenheit. So this is your temperature increase. That means you want to find out delta Y. Okay. So you don't even need to make this table. So because your X increased by 9.1, that means that is your delta X change in X. They want to know what is the change in Y. And we know slope is delta X over delta Y. Sorry, delta Y over delta X, because Y2 minus Y1 is your change in Y. Okay, so remember slope is change in Y divided by change in X. That is why we write Y2 minus Y1 is equal to X2 minus X1. Now in this question, you know the slope is 9/5 because it is given to you over here. Delta Y you have to find out. Delta X is given as how much? 9.10 kelvins. In Desmos, you just have to write 9/5 is equal to x over 9.10 because Desmos doesn't understand delta y. You will get delta y, like how much the temperature is increasing. (9.1). You don't see anything? Press minus 16.38. So delta y is 16.38. So this utilizes the formula that your slope is change in y over change in x. That is increase in y divided by increase in x. So increased by 9.10. So this is not the value of x. This is your change in x. That is delta x. How much did the temperature increase? That means they want to know about delta y. So whenever delta x is, they're talking about delta x and delta y, we are only interested in the slope. Because the slope is delta y over delta x, that is change in y over change in x. Got it? And once you have got the formula, you can find out whatever they are asking for. So this is an important concept. This particular formula. So slope is change in y is equal change in y over change in x. So it could be increase in y divided by increase in x. If it's a positive slope. If it's a negative slope, it is going to be decrease in y divided by increase in x. Very important formulas. And here they're talking about increase in y and an increase in x, that is why using this formula. I hope you understand this. Okay? So this is what we are using in this particular question. Hi, Abhay. Hi, Satvik. No, Abhay, I'm not ignoring you. I just saw your message and I replied to you. So I look at the messages after after I've completed solving a question. So I'm not ignoring anybody. I reply to every single one of you. So Satvik, hello, Abhay, hello. I'm not ignoring you. Yeah. And this was a very important concept because this question, I have not seen anybody doing it right in the first go. That is why I was taking so much time to explain this. Okay. So you can see the question also. They're not talking about X, they're talking about temperature increased by 9 kelvins. Kelvins is your X. So they're talking about increase in X and they want to know temperature increase in Fahrenheit, that is temperature increase in Y. So you have to use slope. And slope is 9/5. From the equation you can see the slope is whatever you multiply with X. Next one is question number 27. Satvik ready? Hi, there are so Satvik here. Preparing for CLAT. I have no idea what happens in the class. No, but I don't teach daily. I try to come as much as possible, but yeah, it's not daily. Yeah. Glad I'll have to see the syllabus and everything. So I don't know if I'll be able to help you or not, but I will surely look into that. Like what is the syllabus, what they're asking and everything. Okay, now Question number 27. So I've been talking about the point slope form. If modeling was not there, we could use point slope form, and over here, this equation is using the point slope form. Whenever you see x minus something in the parentheses, that means they're talking about the point slope form. They want to know what does 2.74 means. So first I want to tell you what is point slope form. It is y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. If you add y1 on both sides, y is y1 plus m times x minus x1. Or you can write like this as well. So if you see this, this function is exactly in this format. So there are three things, y1, m and x1. So from the equation, y1 is 2.74. I will write the equation here. Yeah, so that we don't have to go up again and again. Now f of x is 2.74 minus 0.19 times x minus 3. And because this all we have seen in the previous question also, it was also in point slope form. So from here 2.74 is your y1 value. Negative 0.19 is your slope. And 3 because x minus x1, so your x1 is 3. So when x is equal to 3, y is 2.74. So 2.74 is going to be your y. I have like deciphered what this equation means. Now I'm going to read what is what. According to the data, average price per gallon of regular gasoline, in the United States from September 1, 2014 to December 1, 2014 is modeled by the function f defined below. So y is your average price per gallon of regular gasoline. So 2.74 is going to be average price per gallon. So average price per gallon. So these two options are gone. Because it is not the difference, it is not the average monthly decrease, it is your average price per gallon. Where f of x is the average price per gallon, x months after September 1. Okay. So x months after September 1, that means x is 3. So 3 months after September 1. So 2.74 is not talking about September 1, so this option is also gone. And 3 months after September is October, November, December. Again, using process of elimination, we have solved the question. Got it? Because x months after September 1. So 3 months after September 1 is not going to be September 1. So we can cross out that option as well. And 3 months after September is October, November, December. It's going to be December 2014. So it means in December 2014, on 1 December 2014, average price per gallon is 2.74. Got it? So the only thing is that if you know how to interpret each and every number in this equation, rest is easy. All right? See the solution? Yeah. क्वांटिटेटिव टेक्निक्स होती हैं क्लैट में. अब है गॉड, मैम आपका चैनल मोनेटाइज करवा दो. सो अब है, प्लीज हेल्प इफ यू कैन हेल्प. थैंक यू सो मच इफ यू कैन डू दैट. या सो yeah, thank you so much. Quantitative techniques. Okay, fine. So I'll look into it, Satvik, for sure. Okay. Like what quantitative techniques are exactly there? I know you have to give this exam after your 12th or in your 12th only. And this is for law. You get to do a 5-year law program that I'm aware of. But the syllabus I'll have to look at. Next is question number 39. Again, the table is given to you and the function is ax plus b, so you can use modeling. I will also do question number 38. This is not a word problem, but this is your modeling problem. So yeah, I'll also take care of it. So again, you just write this table and then y1 is mx1 plus b. You will get your m and b. Here it is ax plus b. So instead of mx plus b, you will write ax1 plus b. When equation is directly given, you write it like this. You will get the values of a and b, and in the third line, you just write a minus b. So create table. 2 points are also sufficient, but they have given 3, so you can write all 3. But for linear functions, because you are only finding 2 parameters a and b, so 2 points are more than enough. Also, you can see it is increasing by 64, so the slope is going to be 64. I'll also tell you one more way. First, let me do the modeling method. Yeah, so because this is an easy question, you can do directly as well. A is 64, B is negative 128, you do A minus B. Your answer is 192. This was your method 1. Second method is look at the table closely. What are the points? 1, 2, 3. Okay. You see when x is increasing by 1, this is increasing by 64. So your A is 64 because your slope is 64. 64 over 1. Okay, because change in y is 64, change in x is 1. So 64 over 1. Now here you are increasing 64, so if you have to go 1 up, you will be subtracting 64, and here also you will be subtracting 1, you will get 0. Negative 64 minus 64 is negative 128. And when x is 0, value of f of x is your y-intercept. So this is your y-intercept. And then you want to find a minus b, you can do 64 minus negative 128. 64 plus 128 is it's going to be more than 64 and 128. And there's only one option, 192. So this is also a great method that you are just extending the table. Ma'am, how much time would you say a beginner like me takes to get a good score in SAT? Satyuk, I think you should give, I do not know what is your level, because beginner also depends from person to person, like how good you were in school or how good you are with some things. But I think 1 year is more than sufficient. Like 1 year is, you can just get a very good score, but 6 months are also a good time. If you devote, if you do it religiously, if you devote a lot of time, 6 months is also a good period. Okay? Yeah. That much, and I think you should give so that you get to cover each and every concept in great detail. How much time do you have? You're in your 12th right now. So you have time, right? I'm giving in December, so 3 months is also a good period. Like 1 year is like it's too much time. 6 months is a great amount of time. 3 months is also good enough time. Okay. Yeah. Less than 3 months, I won't recommend because you have to solve all kinds of questions. You have to gather all the data. So less than 3 months, I won't recommend. Yeah. But again, if you have done your education in India, then I think you can do it in less amount of time because yeah, we have a little tougher math problems in our schools. So we are more ready than the US students, even if we are beginners. So, and other than that, it depends from student to student. Like, I cannot be like, okay, this is the amount of time that you will require. But yeah, get a hold of Desmos. That's very important. And get a hold of all the concepts. That's very important. And then, yeah, you should be ready. So I also use method a lot because you have to go to Desmos at all. It's just pure concepts, pure conceptual question. Okay. But if you do not know this method, then this is your Sanjeevni booty, if Indians can understand. It is like your holy grail. It works even if you do not know. Okay. So it gives you everything. So now question number 39. Yeah, if you're studying in India, I think it should be easier for you because the topics covered are calculus is not even there. Pre-calculus is also not there. So it's just pre-calc. You have like your quadratic functions, exponential functions, linear functions, then your basics, percents, ratios, then geometry. So yeah, I think you should be ready in 3 months. Like to get a very good score. I'm not saying an okay score. To get very good score also, you should be ready in 3 months. Yeah. September, October, November. So work harder. That is what I'm saying. Or otherwise, you can plan to give it in December also because in December also you have a date. But if you're planning to give in November, just give your best shot. Yeah, all the best. That is what I can say. Uh, take all the tests in Blue Book. That's very important because you would know what areas you're suffering, like what areas are what areas are weak and where you need to focus more. So start by giving all these 6 practice tests in Blue Book. Then College Board has also provided the PDFs. There are also I think there are also 6 tests. You can give those 12 tests to identify. And then you can use Khan Academy and these PDFs. These PDFs are also provided by College Board. These are topic wise. So you can focus on the topics that you're struggling with. So you can use Khan Academy also, and you can use these PDFs also. And these PDFs also, the good thing is 1500 is a good score. Like 1600 is the highest score that you're getting, right? So 1500 is also a good score according to me. But yes, if you can improve, you should definitely improve. But 1500 is a good score. Yeah. Because 1500 means you got around 7. If you take average 750 in maths and 750 in English. Yeah. So it's a good score. It's a really good score. But yeah, you can try improving 30-40 points. Yeah. Okay, Satvik, so I've also given you the plan, the roadmap, Blue Book tests, the College Board digital practice tests, and then you recognize what are your weak areas. Blue Book also gives you that. They gives you a detailed analysis. And then whatever topics you're suffering from, you can just do College Board questions. Here also, you have easy, medium, difficult questions. So you can just do hard questions, or if you're struggling in hard and medium questions, you can go over them. And then in Khan Academy also. And then, yeah, you'll be ready. Yeah. Now, coming back to 39. So oil and gas production, again, we want to know which of the following linear function best models the production in millions of barrels T years after the year 2000. Okay, after the year 2000. So if year is given, you have to subtract 2000 from there. 4 million barrels in 2000 to 1.9 million barrels in 2013. 2000 is your initial, so your B value is going to be 4 million. And you have to give your answer in million, but all of them has +4, so you cannot eliminate any of the options, but it is dropping. So if it is dropping, that means your slope is negative. So these two options are gone. You have these these two options. And now again, you can apply process of elimination. It is 1.9 million barrels in 2013. So 2013 T is going to be 13 because it's 13 years after 2000. And your f of t value is 1.9. So you can just check where you're getting 1.9 in option C and D. This is your process of elimination. And checking. So we only have option C and D. So negative 21 over 130 times 13 plus 4. Negative 19 over 130 times 13 plus 4. Over here 13 and 130 it's 110, so it's going to be negative 2.1. You don't even need decimals for this. Plus 4. And over here this is 110 negative 1.9 plus 4. It's this one. Negative 2.1 plus 4 because you should get 1.9 and you're getting 1.9 in option C. So this is your answer. Otherwise you have Desmos modeling method. 2 points are given to you. Y-intercept is 4, so you can just use 1 point. Otherwise you can also write 0, 4, 13, 1.9. Because 2000 means the value of t is 0, 2013 means the value of t is 13. And then just y1, mx1 plus b, you will get your answer, mb. Choose your option. To save time, you don't need 0, 4 because you already know 4 is your y-intercept. And using options also, you know it is y-intercept. So you can just write 13 and 1.9. Just 1 point. And then y1, mx1, b is already 4, so plus 4. It's negative 0.16. It's negative, so now you just check negative 21 over 130. Yeah, it's the same. So it's negative 21 over 130 because you'll have to check. And here, yeah. So if you want to save time, this is even better. But if you do not know that B is 4, you can know because all the options are 4. So you cannot be like you do not know. You know it's 4. And then you check C and D because it's negative. So you just have to check the negative options. Convert negative 21 into 130 in decimal. Negative 19 over 113 decimal. This should be your answer. For this, I like the first method because it's also a good method. Second also you can do anytime. Okay. Because if you will do negative 19 over 130, it's not negative 1.16. So this one is discarded. All right. Next is question number 44. So they want to know which equation represents the total amount in gallons needed to paint the walls of the rooms twice. You're painting it twice. Okay. 1 gallon of paint will cover 220 square feet of a surface. A room has a total wall area of W square feet. So you have square feet and you have gallons. That's your P. I always like to write the units. So 1 gallon is 220 square feet. And now it is P gallon. If you want to paint the walls of the room twice, if you're painting it twice, then the area covered is going to be 2W. That's the only thing that you should know. Because if you paint it once, it is going to be W because the total wall area is W square feet. If you're doing it twice, then the area covered is going to be 2W. That's it. Now you want to get P. So you can divide these this way. So P over 1 is going to be 2W over 220. So P is going to be W over 110. This is our answer. And in this question, Desmos is also not much useful. This is a proper conceptual question. The only mistake most of the students make is that they do not write 2W, they write W. And they'll get answer W over 220. Okay? And why I can say that you have to divide, because this is your proportional relationship, because when there is no wall, there is no paint gone. Okay, so for 0, it is 0. All right. So this is the easiest method. If you want, this is a proportional relationship, so you can also do 1. But that is not going to be helpful. I'm again saying this. And it's just y equals mx1. M is 220. And also this is 220. Gallon is 1. So it's going to be 1 over 220. But that will be when you're just painting once. This is the best method, trust me. Yeah. Okay. Now the next question is 51. 3 more questions and then we'll be done. It's the exact same question, so if you want, you can try this. We have done the exact same question before. It's just a value change. Again, this is your point slope form. This is your y1, like this entire one. This is your x1, and this is your slope m. Function gives a temperature in degrees Fahrenheit that corresponds to a temperature of x kelvins. If a temperature increased by 2.10 kelvins, that is, this is your delta x. How much did temperature increase in degrees Fahrenheit? You want to know delta y. Again, you have to remember, because there is increase, that means increase also means change. So we have seen the formula slope is increase in y over increase in x. We'll be using that particular formula, and you have to know the slope is 9/5. So 9/5 is equal to delta y over 2.1. Delta y is going to be 9/5 times 2.1. .78. Most of the people, they think that the x value is 2.10. That you don't have to make that mistake. Now you know that this is increase and this is also increase. Okay. Not holding on to this question for long, because we have done exact same question before. Last two questions remaining, 72 and 82. You have the table, you can find the equation and the graph will be given to you. You can get your x-intercept. Or if you can see the pattern, you can continue the pattern as well. Because you are increasing x by 1 and you're decreasing y by 3. But that will take too long, no need to do that. Oh, there is no 71. So we'll have to do 71 as well. Yeah. So 3 more questions are remaining. So the table above gives the typical amounts of energy per gram expressed in both food calories and kilojoules of the 3 macronutrients in food. If the 180 food calories in granola bar come entirely from P grams of protein, F grams of fat and C grams of carbohydrate, 180 food calories and this is energy per gram. Oh, these are energy per gram, 180 food calories in granola bar come entirely from P grams of protein, F grams of fat and C grams of carbohydrate. Which of the following expresses F in terms of P and C? So they're talking about food calories. So it's 4 per gram, 4 per gram protein, 9 per gram fat and 4 per gram carbohydrate. And total is 180. So it's going to be 180 is equal to P grams of protein, so 4P. Because in 1 gram it is 4, so in P grams it will be 4P. It will be 9F. And this is going to be 4C. Okay. Now you want to write F in terms of P and C, so we will isolate F. So you subtract 4P and 4C, you bring them on the other side. Getting 180 minus 4P minus 4C is equal to 9F. Here you can see P plus C, they're writing in parentheses, P plus your P minus C. So you also do the exact same thing. You can take negative 4 outside. Inside it will be P plus C. Now you divide by 9, you divide by 9. One 180 divided by 9 is 20. 20 minus 4 nines. P plus C is F. Option B. Also, whenever we are isolating the variable or solving, we always use SADMAP, or in India we can call it SADMOB. It's opposite of BODMAS. So we are subtracting everything. We want to isolate F. So whatever is added, we are subtracting that. Then whatever is multiplied, we are dividing with that. Okay? Yeah. So this is how this question is done. Class kab cover hogi? We just have, how many questions are remaining? We just have 2 more questions. So I think maybe 15 more minutes. Maximum half an hour, but 15 more minutes will be wind up. आप कहाँ से हैं? I am from Jaipur, but currently I live in Mumbai. Question number 72. I don't know why 71 was not there, but yeah, that is also a question. So they want to know the meaning of 2. We know 2 is our slope. So we look for each per. It's not going to be length, it is not going to be weight. It could be increase in weight or increase in length for each one. Yeah, it could be C or D. We just have to see what are the variables. Your X is weight in newtons of the object. So slope is when you increase your x by 1, how much is the increase in y? So x is your weight in Newton. So each 1 Newton increase, this is the answer. And L is your length. So y is your length, so increase in length. For each 1 Newton increase in the weight of the object. All right. So remember, slope, I've said it before, I'll say it one more time. Increase or decrease in y for each 1 increase in x, or for each increase in x. So x is your W, that is weight, and the unit is Newton. Y is your length. And that's in centimeter, I guess. Yeah. That is why it is option D. Next is 82, but if I see any question in between, I will take it. This I will cover when I'm seeing this. Okay, let me cover this. Yeah. So here what is happening? This is 73. For those who want to know the question number, this is question number 73. So f of 3x is equal to x minus 6. You have to find the value of f of 6. So you cannot just write x is equal to 6. Your 3x is equal to 6 because whatever is in the parentheses, they are equal to each other. 3x is equal to 6. That means x is equal to 2. F of 6 is going to be 2 minus 6. That is negative 4. Okay? Because your inputs are 3x and 6. So 3x has to equal to 6. X is not equal to 6. Yeah. 82. This should be most probably the last question, but I will see all the other questions as well. For groups of 25 or more people, a museum charges $21 per person for the first 25 people. Again, first keyword is back. So it's $21 per person for first 25 people and $14 for each additional person. For each additional person, that means this is your slope. So your m value is going to be 14. You can cancel this option. Which function gives a total charge in dollars for a tour group with n people where n is greater than or equal to 25? So it has to be 14n plus something. It's $21 per person for first 25 people. So for 25 people, this is going to be 21 times 25. That is 525. Now most people will choose this option, but this is actually not correct. So when you put n is equal to 25, you should get f of n is equal to 525. So this option is also gone. Because if you're putting n is 25, it's going to be greater than 525. So you have only two options, A and D. 14 times 25 plus 175. 350 plus 175. I'm doing mental math for this one. Okay, and in B it is 14 times 25 plus 21. 350 plus 21. That's not going to work. This is again process of elimination. So whenever they are saying for the first 25 people, that means your point is going to be 25, 525. Method 2, Desmos modeling. We know the slope is 14, that you have to know over there as well. When this is 25, it's going to be 25 times 21 because it is $21 per person. Then there are 25 people. Then y1 is going to be 14x1 plus b. You will get the value of b and you can get your answer. Create table. 25, 21 times 25. y1 mx1 plus b. And we know m is 14. B is going to be 175. So that's option A. Got it? So I've told you both the methods through which you can. Oh, nice. Yeah. So there are two methods through which you can solve this. Got it? Desmos modeling is there, but here you can also do process of elimination and checking because the slope is going to be 14, so one of the options is gone. Now for first 25 people, when the number of people is 25, your cost is 525. So option B is also gone. So you just have to check option A and D. So option A is the correct one. Or you can use Desmos modeling. That's like Holy Grail or Amrit or whatever you want to call it. I'm just looking at all the questions. Yeah, this one was also left. This is a medium problem, but we will cover this as well. This is question number 84. Again, two points are given to you. Table shows the population for the years 2000 and 2010. You want to know the relationship. They're saying the year is linear. After P models a relationship Greenleaf T years after 2000. Okay, so T years after 2000, that means the value of T is 0 for the first one. And then it's 862 over here. That means your y-intercept is 862. All the options have that. And after that, population is increasing, if you can see. You don't need to do anything. No, it is actually decreasing. It is not increasing. After 862, it is 846. So it's decreasing. So this option is already gone. The other point, 2010 is 10 years after 2000 and it is 846. So just write mx1 plus b, you will get negative 1.6 t plus 862. Because you're finding t years after 2000, so you have to subtract 2000. This is 862, this is 846. And if you're smart enough, you can identify that. Smart enough as in if you're able to see, it's good. If you're not, then you can directly do this. So you will just write y1 mx1 plus 862 and you will just write 1 point 10 and 846 because you just want to know one thing. So 1 point is sufficient. No need to write 862 in the table because you already know this one is 862. You will get the m value as negative 1.6. So this is my answer. Okay. Yeah. And this we are done. Yeah, so now please refrain from liking all these things. I like you, I like your voice, I like your eyes. I mean, you're here to learn mathematics, so please learn mathematics. Last in the last class also I said that in a funny way, but right now I'm like, yeah, please refrain from doing this because yeah, do it somewhere else, and please don't do it at all because it feels uncomfortable, and I do not know how to reply to these things. So Sandesh, I will see. Most probably, I will be first completing all the linear things. Yeah, that's all right because because you do not know how to reply to that. I like you. I like your this. I like your that. You talk about my teaching method because I'm here for that. Okay. Refrain from talking about everything else. You can. Yeah, please. Yeah, so Sandesh, I will try to cover linear equation in two variables because today I was not able to do that. So I want to cover all the algebra word problems like linear equation in two variables, system of linear equations and linear inequalities. So I will be trying to cover that, and after that, because there's demand for percentages, so I'll do the percentages. Okay, that's okay, Abhay. I know like it happens, but please refrain it. Yeah. So next topic will be in linear equation in two variables. Yeah, okay. Bye. So that is it. We are done. We covered linear functions, all the word problems. We learned about Desmos modeling. It's like a great tool. You just have to know the points and you just have to know the equation. You can get all the parameters. All right. So that is it. We are done. There's a lot of noise, and so go and enjoy Ganesh Chaturthi. Yeah. Bye. Yes, Satvik, I will not forget about CLAT. I will go and I will see what the syllabus is because I'll also have to see the type of questions they're asking so that I'm able to help you in a better way. I will remember it. Yeah. Okay. Bye.